It came from the dark, silent, fast, and utterly alien. No engine noise, no signal, no warning. Just a streak of light that slipped through our solar system, defying every rule we thought we knew about space. For the first time in human history, we saw something that didn't belong here. Something that came from another star. Welcome to Stardust Stories. Today, we're diving into the 3 interstellar visitors that entered our home one after another each, carrying whispers from far beyond. What they revealed has changed how we see the galaxy forever. The first one appeared in 2017. Telescopes in Hawaii picked up a faint, fast-moving dot in the sky. Astronomers thought it was an asteroid, but when they ran the numbers, something didn't fit. It was moving too fast, far faster than anything bound by our sun's gravity. It wasn't from here. They called it ʻOumuamua, meaning a messenger from afar arriving. First, the name itself carried weight, because this was history being written in real time. No one had ever confirmed an object entering our solar system from another star before. Oumuamua was small, maybe just a few hundred meters long, but its behavior was bizarre. It wasn't round like a rock or fluffy like a comet. It tumbled end over end, reflecting sunlight in a way that made it look like a shiny, flat shard. Some telescopes said it looked like a cigar. Others said it was more like a pancake. But what made astronomers lose sleep was what happened next. It accelerated as it left the sun. That shouldn't happen. Only comets speed up because their ice turns into gas and jets push them. But Oumuamua had no visible tail. No gas, no dust. It was clean, silent, and still speeding up. Within weeks, scientists were arguing around the world. Some said maybe it was an icy rock shedding invisible hydrogen. Others said it might be a fragment of nitrogen ice, maybe a piece of a Pluto-like world shattered long ago. And then came the bold idea. Avi Loeb from Harvard suggested something insane. What if it wasn't natural at all? What if it was an artifact? Maybe a light sailor-thin artificial craft built by another civilization and drifting through space for ages. The media exploded with theories. People called it alien. Others called it cosmic debris. But what no one could deny was that this thing was real. It had come from somewhere out there, traveled for millions, maybe billions of years, and by pure chance, it had passed through our solar system like a postcard from another world. And just like that, it was gone. Within a few weeks, it slipped away, too faint to track. We'd had our first interstellar visitor, and all we could do was argue about what it might have been. Some said it was just a rock. Others called it a message, but it left one truth no one could erase. The universe isn't distant anymore. It can reach us. Then, 2 years later, when excitement had barely cooled, another one appeared, and this time, we could actually see it. In 2019, an amateur astronomer in Crimea named Gennady Borisov was scanning the night sky when he noticed a moving object. It didn't match any known comet. Its orbit was steep, almost vertical to the plane of our solar system. When scientists calculated its speed, the verdict came quickly. Another interstellar traveler, the second one ever found. To Borisov was a comet, but unlike any we'd seen, long before it even got near the sun, it already had a glowing halo, a cone and a bright, beautiful tail stretching millions of kilometers behind it. This one was clearly shedding gas and dust. Telescopes everywhere turned toward it. The Hubble Space Telescope, Ulmer in Chile, observatories across Europe, everyone wanted a piece of Borisov's light. What they found was fascinating. Borisov looked a lot like our comets, made mostly of ice and carbon compounds. But its chemistry hinted at something different. It had more carbon monoxide than any comet we'd ever seen. It was pristine and touched a time capsule from another star system that had never passed near its own sun before. In a way, Borisov was pure. It was what comets were before time, and he'd reshaped them. Studying it was like looking at the first ingredients of another solar system, the same recipe. But once built Earth, some scientists side Borisov proved that the raw materials for planets and maybe even life are common everywhere. That across the galaxy, worlds are made of the same stardust. For months, Borisov glowed in the sky, visible through small telescopes, racing through our system at incredible speed. But as it neared the sun, it started to break apart. Pieces separated, the nucleus fractured, and slowly the comet faded. By 2020, it was gone back into the endless dark, heading toward another corner of the galaxy. But unlike Oumuamua, Borisov gave us data, real spectra, real samples of its light. It left us evidence of what other worlds might be made of. And just like that, humanity had to confirm visitors. Two interstellar messengers, completely different, yet both carrying proof that we're part of something bigger. And then, 5 years later, came the third one. In 2024, a faint object was spotted moving fast through the outer solar system. Early observations showed it was unstable, bright one day, fading the next. The automated survey that found it the asteroid terrestrial impact. Last alert system gave it a name, 3I ETLAS. At first, it didn't seem special, just another comet, maybe one of the long-period ones that orbit far beyond Neptune. But when astronomers charted its trajectory, everything changed. It wasn't looping back, it was on a one-way path, flying through our solar system from deep interstellar space. Another visitor, the third, 3-1. Atlas was fragile, far more delicate than Borisov. As it approached the sun, it started to crumble. Its core fragmented, releasing clouds of dust and ice until, piece by piece, it began to dissolve. By mid-2024, it had disintegrated almost completely. No big show, no bright tail, just fading dust spread across the void. But those fragments told a brutal story. They suggested Atlas wasn't a strong object at all, maybe the broken piece of a larger body, ripped apart long ago near its home star, thrown across the galaxy after some cataclysmic event. Perhaps an ancient collision shattered a planet or moon, sending debris flying in every direction. And one of those fragments eventually wandered into our system. If that's true, then 3I Atlas wasn't just another comet. It was a piece of a lost world, a fossil of destruction, drifting for eons until our gravity caught a glimpse of it before it vanished forever. What's haunting about Atlas is how quickly it came and went. It barely survived the warmth of the sun, like something too old and tired to endure another round of cosmic heat. But even as it disintegrated, it told us something powerful. Interstellar visitors might not be rare after all. We're just learning how to spot them. When we first looked beyond our skies, we thought of space as empty, endless, blackness where nothing ever moved unless we sent it. But these three travelers proved us wrong. Space is alive. It breathes. It throws surprises at us when we least expect them. Oumuamua taught us that not every visitor makes sense, that some mysteries are meant to challenge our understanding. Borisov reminded us that even across impossible distances, the universe follows the same rules, the same atoms, the same chemistry, the same spark that makes life possible. And Atlas whispered a truth older than any star, that everything, no matter how far it's traveled, eventually breaks apart and becomes dust again. They came and went without noise, without message, without warning. Yet together, they've spoken more loudly than any signal we've ever received. They told us that our solar system isn't alone in its story. It's just one chapter in a cosmic book still being written, the story of collisions, fragments, and travelers that connect distant worlds. And maybe, one day, when our own spacecraft leave this system for good, will become someone else's interstellar visitor, maybe far away. A civilization will point their telescopes at a faint streak of light and wonder who sent that. What world did that come from? What story does it carry? Because that's what these objects really are, stories written in rock, ice and motion. Stories of suns that have died, worlds that have shattered, and distances that make our greatest journeys look small. So, when you hear the name Oumuamua, Borisov, or Atlas, don't just think of data or science. Think of them as cosmic messengers, proof that even in a universe this vast, something always finds its way to us. This is the tale of the first three, but it won't be the last. Somewhere out there, the fourth one is already moving, silent, unseen, heading our way. And when it arrives, we'll be ready to listen, to learn, and to tell its story here, where every speck of dust matters. So, the next time you stare into the night sky, remember this: our solar system isn't isolated. It's part of a grand, endless exchange. Somewhere out there, right now, another interstellar traveler might already be heading our way, crossing the silent dark to deliver a new story from beyond. You've been watching Stardust Stories. If you love the mysteries that drift between stars, hit subscribe, leave your thoughts below, and keep your eyes open, because the next visitor could already be closer than we think. After all, space doesn't just wait. It moves, and sometimes it comes to us.